Hey guys, it's Coach JB. 98% of people are going to lose everything. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. So I'm Coach JB, the CEO of 3T Fitness, the 3T Warrior Academy, where we teach mind, body immunity, and generational wealth building. Also, we have the supplement company, 3T Warrior Labs, and my podcast. There's a top podcast on Spotify, the motivation podcast, the Coachjv podcast. But I'm not here to tell you about all that stuff. But first, before you do anything, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Also hit that notification button because we're doing videos on a daily basis. But we're going to jump right into it. So people have asked me, JV, you're constantly doing research. Can you share your perspective? Now, this is just my perspective. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I'm just documenting my journey and what I believe is going to create generational wealth for my family and some of the people in my community. But how it works is those who have eyes to see will see, and those who have the ears to hear will hear. Not everybody is going to take this information and run with it, and that's okay. I don't expect you to. What I'm asking you to do is start think differently. You don't want to think like the 98% and get what they have, right? You don't want to be just over broke collecting a paycheck over and over again. You don't want to just have a secure job so you can just survive, so you can retire just to work at Walmart to pay for your medication. You want to thrive, right? I'm sure that's why you're here. So I would say don't trust a word I say. That may sound weird, but do your own research. Find out what resonates with you. But stop following the narrative. Understand that you can create the narrative, and abundance is available for every single human being. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video here from this YouTube channel, which is Motivation Thrive. I'd highly recommend you check them out. I will put this link to this video in the description. And I'm going to share the video, and as we do the video, I'll do some narrating. I'll talk a little bit about it, my thoughts, and the education that I have on these topics. And I'm going to show you what some billionaires are doing within the world. Without further ado, here's Robert Kiyosaki.
Until you question what's already in your head, you will do what's already in your head. Go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, invest in the stock market, buy a house, buy a car. Until you question that, you're hypnotized. You'll be a poor person all your life. Look at Amazon, this guy Bezos, right? He's one of the richest men in the world. Do you think he pays any taxes? Do you think Bezos became a billionaire paying taxes? He doesn't pay taxes. Trump doesn't pay taxes. I don't pay taxes.
Let's stop for just a moment. If you were watching the presidential debates when Hillary Clinton started bashing President Trump for not paying taxes, his comment back was, "That makes me a smart man."
The question is, how do guys like us do it, is the question you should be asking. And that's why I said, challenge what you've been taught. Why would you go to school when you learn nothing about money? Because it's fake money, fake teachers, fake assets, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs. I don't touch any of that garbage. I don't think about petty things, you know what I mean? I just think about the economy, business, world affairs. My job is to make complex financial systems simple enough so the average person can understand it. That is extremely difficult because most people are brainwashed when it comes to money. Go to school, get a job, work hard, pay your taxes, save money, get out of debt, buy a house, and invest in the stock market. Everybody who follows that program has been brainwashed. It's because of the system that controls the world economy. And guys like you.
So let's pause for just a moment. Think about when you went to school. Did you learn anything about economics or how to make money, how to start a business, how to even manage a checkbook? Maybe you had one class on how to write a check, but you don't learn about economics or the economy. You learn how to get a job and fall in line.
You can't even see it. You're thinking about money. I don't even care about money. I make a lot of money because I understand the system. I would never go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, buy a house, and invest in the stock market. I do everything exactly opposite. Everything is the opposite of what they're teaching you in school. I wouldn't go to school. I would study money. Understand that money is debt. And until you get out of debt, they're telling you to get out of money. 1971, the U.S. dollar became debt. The U.S. dollar is the reserve currency of the world. And the only way money gets out of debt is via taxes.
So let's pause for just a moment. So what was he saying right there? In 1971, President Nixon detached us from the gold standard. They took our dollar and took it away from being backed by gold. At that point, it becomes deflationary. The dollar loses its value. What we're experiencing now, over 100 years later, is a massive, massive bubble and a crisis in one of the biggest economic crashes in world history. Our gross domestic product is bigger than it's ever been, bigger than the Great Depression. Also, our debt to income ratio is upside down. The U.S. economy is in huge trouble right now. Okay? So I wanted to explain that. President Nixon detached us from the gold standard in 1971. The Federal Reserve was enacted in 1913, which is a group of very wealthy people who created the Federal Reserve. In 1971, when we detached from the gold standard, now they could just start printing money.
The people who work for money. You read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What's lesson number one?
Rich people don't work for money.
Correct. Money is debt. I use debt as money. And everybody thinks getting in debt is bad. Well, who told you that? I think the stock market is for losers. Why would you put money in the stock market when it's manipulated? That's what I think about. So I'm always watching the manipulation going on behind the scenes. That's what my brain is focusing on all the time. And I don't pay taxes. The question is, how is it I don't pay taxes? I can tell you. That's an important question, because most people cheat on their taxes because they hate taxes so much. But you don't have to cheat on taxes if you understood how money was working. You think Donald Trump pays taxes? No. I know him. He's my friend. We don't pay taxes. That's the question. How is it we do that? That's an intelligent question. The reason you can't ask me this question is because you don't know how I do it. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm constantly thinking about, how do I make money? How do I serve more people? How do I create new businesses, make more money, and pay less taxes?
Think about that mindset shift. Are you taught in school to make more money, to be able to serve more people, to be able to help more people? Because what he's talking about is assets. If you're able to gain assets like homes, affordable housing, you could put roofs over people's heads. If you're making a ton of money and you're able to create those tax liabilities like owning small businesses, houses where you're using the bank's money, the interest is a tax deduction, you're able to provide that housing. So I'm going to stop there. We're going to go through a lot of information as we grow. So I want to show you some things that are happening in the market right now. So billionaire Tim Draper. So if you don't know who Tim Draper is, he is one of the biggest investors out there. Warren Buffett as well is one of the biggest investors, the most well-known. But Tim Draper is a massive investor. And recently, Tim Draper talked about his position in cryptocurrency. So Tim Draper unveils crypto holdings, says portfolio includes Bitcoin, my favorite, XRP, and beyond. So Bitcoin bull and tech venture capitalist Tim Draper says his crypto portfolio includes Bitcoin, XRP, and a number of additional altcoins. So what is an altcoin? So Bitcoin is the brand name, right? That was the original one that came out. So anything besides a Bitcoin is an altcoin, right? So you want to make sure that the coins actually have utility to them, and we'll break that down in the further thing. So in an interview at investor conference held in private sector liquidity portfolio, Draper shares the names of the cryptocurrency assets he owns. Yes, I am the owner of XRP, woo, and the owner of Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Tezos, and I'm owner of ANT. I'm a believer, and I think it's happening. It's coming. It's important for the world, and I want the world to know, and I want other people in the world to get on board. I'm just going to stop right there. Okay, this is big news too, and then I'll jump off the video. I just want to share these small things with you guys today. If you take a look at this right here, so Blockchain Trade Association adds former White House acting chief of staff, Visa and Goldman Sachs to its rank. Let me repeat that. Blockchain Trade Association adds former White House acting chief of staff of Visa and Goldman Sachs to its ranks. Okay, take quick note. The Chamber of Digital Commerce is adding former acting White House chief of staff, Mick, I can't even pronounce the name, Mulvaney, to its board. The Chamber is also adding Visa, Goldman Sachs, and SDX digital exchanges to its executive committee. A former White House senior staffer is joining the board of Blockchain Trade Association, blockchain is cryptocurrency, to the digital commerce, and traditional finance giants have been added to members of the list as well. Former acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney will join the Chamber of Digital Commerce as of today, while Visa and Goldman Sachs become the executive committee members. The Chamber represents the digital assets and blockchain industry, working to educate policymakers and advocating for policy clarity in the U.S. Mulvaney joins other leaders like former chair and Commodity Futures Trading Commission Chris, can't even pronounce his name, and former J.P. Morgan head of global commodities Blythe Masters. I'm just going to stop right there. So it's just about digesting this information, understanding what Robert Kiyosaki is saying. Since 1971, we detached from the gold standard, making our dollar deflationary. Now we're moving into a new quantum financial system, and it's important to understand that your life is going to be completely different, the way you do business, the way you do your finances. So like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just documenting my journey as we go along into this new digital age. So hopefully you found this information helpful. I'm going to keep bringing the news. So as I do my research, I'm just going to do these videos. Comment down below if there's anything you would like to learn about. I will do the research and do a video for you. My name is Coachjv. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. Talk to you soon.